Hello YouTube. This is my weekly outlook, and basically, I'm going to be telling you what I think will be happening in the market in this upcoming week from August 19th to August 24th. And we're going to start off with the weekly chart. And in the weekly chart, you can see that we essentially have this high that's really close to being taken out. I mean, if anything, it's a relative equal highs. See this high and this high is really close to be taken out. And if we do come up and take that, there's a fair value gap right above, literally right above it. So there's some, there's some levels on the buy side that that looks very intriguing to trade. And then if we do decide to come lower, which I would prefer it not to come down here, honestly, I'd prefer just maybe come down a little bit, maybe halfway of this candle, and then you know come take out this high and go see how far up we can get into this fair value gap, and we go on the daily. This is the daily, right? So basically, if you look at my video that I posted last week, right, when I had my previous weekly outlook, I removed it because there was too much lines going on, but basically I had this fair value gap right here in price. Like, let's price. We just finished off the previous week that were priced. This was on Monday. We traded down here, right? And then price was extremely sensitive, and we closed up all the way back here. And then price, we tried, we dipped into this fair value gap, stopped halfway, the halfway point of the fair value gap, and we accumulated. It was on the previous video I said that, I did say I wanted, like, I was looking to see if we can go lower, but if that didn't happen, which it didn't, I wanted to see how we reacted off this fair value gap. I wanted to see if we closed above it, which we did right here. I wanted to look for this low, halfway point, the high, and yeah, the high, and then the high of the fair value gap, and which we have delivered. Which basically we have delivered. So we closed above this fair value gap right here. If anything, let me have this marked down. Just above it right here. So I wanted to see at the week at this halfway point, maybe we could close underneath it because I would have looked for shorts if we closed underneath it, but we couldn't. So there's really no shorts to be had. So I was waiting to see if we closed above, which we did. Closed above it right here. Came down a little bit. We didn't come into the fair value gap. That's good, but that's showing how much price wants to run away. And then we create another fair value gap right up in here. And we're basically at the consecrated encroachment. We're halfway point, and yeah, we're just waiting to see what price wants to do. But I'm looking for buys at least up into like like this is pretty clear. Even if we do want to go like say price, we come here and we decide we want to close. Mhm. So even if we did, um, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh my God. All right, that's my bad. Well, this is still going off, man. All right, I think we should be good now. So basically, I just want to see so basically summarize what I want to say. I want to see us come take out this high, right? And I want to see if we do have a continuation to go higher. And for that, for me would be to close above this high. If you could close above this high, then my next level that I'm looking for, right, would be this fair value gap low, the midpoint and the high to see how if we want to trade above it and through it. That would be my bias. And if we can't go through it, then I want to see if how weak price is, if we're willing, to close underneath it and how far low we would go. But for now, I'm looking for price to come take out this high, come to up here and to the high of this fair value gap and see how we're gonna react. But I'm okay, right? For as long as if price could come and dip into this, I'm okay with that. I would prefer it. Like I'm not gonna mark this out because there's too many like boxes and stuff for me to look at. You know what I mean? I mean, if we start to drop, then yeah, I would have this out of my chart. But I would prefer price. I would prefer price to leave this open, this little gap right here open, to show because if we leave this open and we just keep running, that's just showing how much how how strong price is. It does not want to go down, and that's what I would want to see. Is would get better price action. I'm okay with it coming into here because we have some overlapping stuff. We have this fair value gap and this fair value gap, so it's like essentially, it's a really this should be a very sensitive point if we do come down into here. But I would prefer it to come down into here without taking the high. Like that would be perfect for me. If it could come into here while leaving these highs intact without taking out anything. All right, let's go to the one up. So this is the one on right here. And like I said, price we drop down into here. I mean, let's look at here. This was the Monday with the big wick that I always keep talking about. This is essentially the low, and then ever since then we've been, going higher. We dropped into the low, failed to come take out the low. This price is strong. Come here, this is the other fair value gap. Come here, we come down here. We come up a little bit into this imbalance, consolidate within it, drop again into where this fair value gap, bodies respect the midway point. We start to expand. See, see, fair value gap, fair value gap. This is good. Prices does not come into here, which is what is that saying? Saying price is strong. Price does not want to go any lower. It's just pushing higher. It's a good thing if you're a bull. That's what you want to see. They've just basically just been expanding and going higher and going higher. Friday was a little, it's a little small. Did we take on any highs on Friday? No. 19,683. Actually, I mean, we did actually take out the side by five handles, but we still got this daily high intact, and that's what I want to see. I want to see that stay intact. And like I said, if price wants to drop before coming, I'm okay with price coming into here. You know what I'm fine with that, but would not want to see us close above here, underneath here. If anything, price wants to dip down, stay in this upper half, right? You see how it's divided in half. In this upper half right here, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm okay with price going into the upper half and then start to trade back up. I'm okay, but I would really not want to see price trade underneath here. I mean, even here, right? Like if price comes into here, this is liquidity, come take some liquidity down on the sell side and then start to rally up. I'm okay with that. If anything, I'll mark this out right here. I'm gonna mark this out. Because if price, goes underneath here, then I'm looking at here and see how we react. Right, just like that. 79, gonna work the daily, just like that. Let me see how it looks in the 1 hour. If it's too messy in the 1 hour, I might remove it too. It's a little too messy. I'm gonna remove this just like that. We're just like that. We're gonna give the 1 hour its own flavor, you guys. See, look at the overlapping halfway point, boom, and then we have the February gap low. So you already know this should be some type of sensitive price point, regardless if we're going higher or lower. I mean, obviously, if we're going higher, we're going to see price come in here and go high. But if we go lower, price will trade underneath here, come back here, and we can see price dip into this February gap. Just from here to here, that's almost 100. It's literally almost a 100 point move. Like what? It's like 80, like 70, like around 80 handle move, right? Around there. You tell me you can make a decent trade off a 80 handle move, you know what I'm like get a little 20 handle, 20, 30, 40 handles around there. Decent trade. So just to make sure it's not too much lines. I'm leave this only for the 1 hour. It's just like that. Mm, mm. Then to end it off, we're gonna just check out the DXY just to make sure everything is in sync with the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq will look for high prices. So if we're looking for high prices in the Nasdaq, that means we should be looking for lower prices on the DXY, and this is exactly what we're getting. So if we look at the DXY, it's set up in the weekly. So this here is dropping. If you look from where price really started to drop right here, fair value gap goes underneath it, comes back up into this inversion fair value gap, drop again, no fill in the fair value gap, good breakaway gap, comes, creates another fair value gap, price comes into this fair value gap. Let's see. I mean, we definitely know it comes here. I'm just curious to see if it comes in here. High is 104.55. So we do come. So we have price comes into the fair value gap twice. Five is actually five. This is 5 handles above this candle's high, and then we have this as well. We drop down again. Price is weak. Price can't come back into here, which is showing what price is very weak. And now we're closing. Now we're trading into this weekly fair value gap. So same thing, right? Just what are we looking for? We're looking for first how does price trade, right? And if we are a bear, we want to see, right? Like, don't force it if it's not there, but this is what you're anticipating. This is what you're looking for, right? You're looking for price to close have a willingness to close underneath this fair value gap. And if we do that, then maybe price trades back up into it. You get, get an entry somewhere, look for a short, and then we have this low. This is the very next after this fair value gap, we have this. This is the very next the liquidity that we're looking for. And we see actually today is a Monday at 3 a.m. We come take out this low, and we're in the fair value gap right now. And see this how we trade in that fair value gap. And yeah, you can see, like I said, we could take out this low. So this low is one. Let's say this low. We take it out. And we just want to see how price trades in this area right here. And also, personally, for me, I would want to see price stay below this right here. I mean, if price was to come back in here, to be honest, I wouldn't. But the price could come for a retracement. I would preferably to see stay in this lower half of this red right gap right here. That's exactly what I would want to see. You can see once price traded down into here. I mean, we retrace up, but look at the bodies. Bodies stay underneath it. Even if we wake up, the bodies is telling us stuff. And then it's basically the same. It's just one hour. It's a lot, smaller. It's a lot more smaller down candles. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean that's basically it. So we're just looking for higher prices on NAS and lower prices on DXY, and we're looking for highs to be taken out. And once highs are taken out, we're looking for fair value gap, highs, and then if we want to see that be traded close and above it, and then from there we want to see other, we look for the next point of interest. But that's basically it, and stay safe, guys.